So most people think a garden suite's a tiny home, a little 300 square foot thing with the loft on the top. That's the furthest thing from the truth right now. I want to show you some of the pictures of what we've been building. This is an 800 square foot detached garden suite with a full basement. There is 2 bedrooms up, 2 bedrooms down, full laundry facilities, 1,600 square feet of finished space. These are renting anywhere from $2,800 to $3,200 per month. And the cost to build is just over $200,000 for something like this. And the numbers are phenomenal, and I really want to tell everybody about it. So buckle up, here we go.
What is up, YouTube? Matt McKeever here, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about and exploring the Barrie and OREC, really all of Simcoe County, with Colby Marshall, who's our local realtor expert for the Barrie and Simcoe area. Really excited for this video. He's put together a fantastic presentation you guys are not going to want to miss, and let me know which stats did you enjoy the most, and how should we approach breaking down the Barrie and OREC market next month, because this is actually going to become a reoccurring monthly segment here on my YouTube channel. And last but not least, we're going to actually dive into garden suites. So have you dreamed about that idea of building essentially a second house in your backyard and being able to rent it out? Well, Colby is actually like an expert in this. He's become Tarion registered as a builder. He's also got financing where he can do 100% financing on your garden suite in Barrie if you want to jump into it. So let's jump into today's video. Smash the like button, hit subscribe if you're new to my channel, and let's hear what Colby has to say about Barrie.
Okay, hey, thanks Matt McKeever for having me on today. I'm Colby Marshall, the investment specialist for Barrie, Simcoe County area. I'm going to go over a quick presentation of what's going on in the area. I've been in real estate for the last 10 years, been involved in investing for about that long as well. I run a team right now that consists of myself, executive assistant, and project manager. We work at a Keller Williams in the Barrie area, and we service all of Simcoe County. So the topics that we're going to go over today are why Barrie, why invest in Barrie, what's going on from a development perspective, from an investment perspective. We're going to touch on all these different things and some more macro economic issues that are surrounding us with the COVID at this particular point. We'll go into the market conditions, what's going on, is it going up, down, sideways? Everyone wants to know the predictions, so we've got some great information there. And then we're going to touch on the newest, latest, greatest thing going on in the county of Simcoe, the garden suites. They're coming into Barrie in a great way, and the numbers are phenomenal, and I really want to tell everybody about it. So buckle up, here we go.
Awesome. Yeah, really excited for Colby to get his screen share up here, guys. He's put together an amazing presentation for us, and I know there's a lot of the audience that is actively looking and investing in Barrie, and so he's got some really interesting ideas for us. So let's jump into it.
All right. So as we touched on before, we service the county of Simcoe, primarily the Barrie area. Simcoe does encompass OREC, Wasaga Beach, Bradford, and Innisfil as well. We do service those areas, but our primary market is Barrie and OREC in the county of Simcoe. So we're going to touch on some of the fundamentals of what's going on in Barrie. When you're looking to invest in a certain area, you definitely want to make sure that there's main transportation routes to your area. Barrie is kind of deemed the hub of the north at this particular point. Right now, we've got the GO train going from Barrie to downtown Toronto, which is definitely a main artery going down there for affordable transportation down to the city. There is also a system called the Metro Bus Link system, which basically connects all the lower tier municipalities into Barrie, again, being the main hub for the north. So we're seeing a lot of expansion in those transportation routes, which is going to be good for growth as well. Next, I want to touch on is some of the big economic things that are going on in the Barrie area. One of the largest things that we're keeping a good eye on right now is the expansion of the Royal Victoria Hospital. So if you look at this slide here, you can see the building in red. They're actually doubling the square footage of the hospital with a 9-story addition. This is going to bring in a lot of good jobs to the area, construction jobs to start, and then obviously good healthcare jobs, which is a great rental pool to pull from for your rental properties. So I know the province is working on that quite efficiently, so we'll hope to see that over the next couple of years, but it's definitely in the works. This is the Georgian College area for people that are familiar with Barrie that have duplexes currently. The Georgian College area was an area that you weren't allowed to have any legal duplexes. This has actually been repealed within the last year. So you can actually now do homes with legal second suites, duplexes, and now even the infamous garden suite can be done in these areas as well. This is a big thing coming down the tubes, is the Simcoe County Airport expansion. So this airport is right across from Burroughs Creek Event Park on the 8th line of Oro. That's where Boots and Hearts is for people, the country music fans out there. This airport is basically expanding right now to take some of the pressure off Pearson Airport. And there's quite a few expansions going there, so we'll get into that. They broke ground on a proposed automotive innovation park. So this is a 700,000 square foot facility. It's supposed to bring in 700 full-time jobs and creating temporarily 1,800 construction jobs, which is great for the area. And again, this is just 10 minutes up Highway 11 from Barrie. They've broken ground and they're hoping to finish up later in 2022. In addition to that, there's another 82-acre development going in, medical center to help with the COVID problem. This actually just got their ministerial rezoning right now. So this is pushing forward and they're going through their site plan application. And this again should bring in another 2,000 jobs into the area. And this is 10 minutes north of Barrie. So we've got lots of jobs being created just outside. And this airport is expanding. There's a lot of community involvement from the county of Simcoe, the township of Oro-Medonte, city of Barrie, even city of Orillia is involved in expanding this. So we're really excited to see what's going to happen in this area. Other influences that are going on in the county of Simcoe, Friday Harbor is a work-play environment with kind of a Muskoka feel. A lot of high-end townhouses going, waterfront property. Some really cool YouTube videos on how they actually designed the waterfront there. They actually flooded it, which is pretty cool. So if you want to take a look at that, they've opened their doors about a year and a half ago now. So they're bringing in a lot of higher end shops and a lot of tourism to the Barrie Innisfil area. This is actually in Innisfil, just about 10 minutes outside of Barrie as well. We had the expansion of the casino in Innisfil, which is about 5 minutes outside of Barrie area. They expanded from just slot machines to cards as well. So, we got some big casinos coming into the area. And we also have the Wasaga Beach Casino, which will be opening up quite soon. They're supposed to break ground, I believe, late 2021 was the last I heard. And that's supposed to be quite the site as well. This is a Midhurst development. So for people that aren't familiar with Barrie, this is just this is just down Highway 26, just past the malls in Barrie. This development has been underway for almost 10 years now, and it's finally coming to fruition. They're developing 6,500 homes, and they're putting pipes in the ground currently. This is really going to change the makeup of the northern side of Barrie and add a lot of people just on the north side of the Barrie area. So we're excited to see the inventory help. Hopefully that'll help with some of our pricing, but we'll have to wait and see what happens there. The next part I want to touch on is the annexed land. So if you look in the top left-hand corner, the purple area at the bottom of Barrie, this was land that was annexed from Innisfil. It took 10 years to come to be. They've been building there for now about the last 18 months. The reason I want to touch on this is the types of built forms that are being built in this area. If you look down at the picture there, the 6-story walk-ups, we're seeing these pop up all over the city of Barrie. But the built forms that are being built there, the detached homes the premium lots are 36 feet of frontage by 100 feet of depth if you're lucky. So everything's getting smaller and smaller, tighter and tighter. So when we get later in the presentation and we touch on the good areas to invest in, we're not really looking in these areas just because the lot sizes and parkings are extreme issues in these areas for multifamily residential. This is the urban growth center for the city of Barrie. So this is where the city wants to see very high density and very tall buildings. So in this area, the city of Barrie has about 10,000 units now actually proposed to be built in the next 5 years. We're hitting new heights and new densities on a monthly basis almost. And we've got a couple examples of what those new heights and densities look like. Right here on the right is the YMCA site. This is backing on to the 400 series highway. This is the creation of almost 1,000 rental units in a 3-phase development. It is the densest site proposed in the city of Barrie. The building on the left is a 28-story building that's proposed. It was the tallest proposed building, but now something has beat it. We've got Smart Centers. It's a huge development company from the city, just picked up a nice piece of land, and they're proposing 36 to 38-story buildings along the waterfront. You can see in the middle there, those tall buildings that'll be overlooking the water, prime real estate. Really excited to see these guys get started. It's going to really gentrify the downtown and some beautiful condo views overlooking the water. And this is the highest buildings by quite a bit. You can see the existing buildings in white. These are almost twice as tall as those existing buildings. So we're breaking barriers here all the time. So we're really excited to see the city of Barrie pushing these big developments through. So this is a map of Barrie. I just wanted to touch on all the areas that we talked about. So if you look up just past number 1, this is the 400 highway here. So the airport we talked about is just right here, 10 minutes down the highway. That Midhurst development we talked about is just right here at the end of Bayfield Street. This is Bayfield here. So you got 6,500 homes going in here. Airport expanding here to take stress off Pearson. The annex lands is down on this side here, just beside all the yellow. Then we talked about the high density development going in there with the different dorms. We got the urban growth center around the waterfront, just packing in high-rise towers, huge development companies coming from the city to be there. Friday Harbor just down the street opened their doors. The casino just down over here as well. So we've got development on all sides of Barrie, and things are happening in a big way, and you got to get your piece of the action now. So everyone's asking what's going on with these crazy times with the COVID. Let's look around and see what we can do. Average sale price versus 2017. If everybody remembers, 2017 was that crazy time before they brought in the foreign buyer tax and the other couple items that went with it. So this right here was the peak of 2017. This little dip right here is the March, right before everything started getting shut down. So this is when the pandemic hit, and you can see the increase in price go up all the way into January. It's dwarfing the rate of growth that was happening in 2017 due to the huge lack of inventory, and prices are going through the roof on a daily basis. It is crazy. Here's the inventory. Let's look at it before COVID hit. Again, COVID hit right here. Average months of inventory that Barrie would have, usually around 3 to 4 months. We are at about 1 month right now, which is unheard of for the Barrie area. We are seeing 10, 15, 20 competing offers, houses going for $100,000, $200,000 over list, unprecedented prices. Everything seems to have went up $150,000, $200,000 since the March of last year, which is just unprecedented growth. We can't even keep up with the pricing. It's crazy. Next question is, well, what's the market going to do? Is it going to keep going up? Is it going to go down? Is it going to go sideways? Well, who knows? We got a couple different options that could happen. It's going to depend on these real smart individuals here. So hopefully we can depend on them, but I won't hold my breath. So there could be a positive outlook. Everything will be sunshine and rainbows. We'll get more inventory as COVID goes away, and the market will gradually slow down, and everything will be sunshine and rainbows. That could happen, or there's a couple doomsday scenarios that I want to touch on as well that could really tank the market in a very fast rate. That could really cause some turmoil on the investing side of things, or open a lot of doors if prices drop. So a couple of things that we're worried about: increase in capital gains tax. If you sell your rental property, you have to pay capital gains to the government. To get money back from all the money they're handing out for COVID, there's whispers and talks about the Liberal government proposing to raise the tax from 25% to 50% capital gains tax. If this happens, there could be a lot of people that want to sell their property before this is implemented. That could increase the inventory substantially, which could drop the prices. Another thing that the NDP is proposing is a universal wage for everybody. So this is basically a CERB check for all Canadians for the rest of your life. This is going to cost us millions and billions of dollars to implement this, and we would have to print lots of money, and inflation would be coming in a big way. So that could be something that could really affect the marketplace as well. Something they're also tossing around, I've heard, is implementation of capital gains tax on a personal residence. Right now, you can sell your personal residence and pay no tax whatsoever. If they do this, again, if they set a date on it, a lot of people will try and sell their house before this date kicks in, or depending on how they present this document could really hurt the real estate market. We can see a big influx of inventory again, and it could implode these crazy hot high prices. Again, inflation is going to happen with all the money they're giving away for COVID. If they implement the universal wage, they're going to have to print gobs and gobs of money to be able to make all this happen. And, we're paying interest on all this money we're borrowing to hand out to everybody to keep the economy going. So when inflation goes up, usually they put the interest rates up, which would cool the real estate market as well. And the other thing that is a great concern is our population growth comes from immigration. We have almost nil immigration at this particular point due to COVID. So if we don't open our doors soon to get more people in, we'll actually have no population growth, which could really shrink the buying market that's out there. So that's something we haven't experienced. I don't even think we felt the effects of it yet, but that is something that can definitely hurt us big time too, from the Barrie side of things as well. So if your agent's telling you to buy in this market, you might need a new agent. There are some gems out there right now, but you gotta, not buy on emotion. Make sure you do your numbers, and just be careful you don't get caught up in these crazy bidding wars too much. There are some deals out there. You just gotta keep your eyes peeled for them, but just be careful what people are telling you, and know your numbers and go at it that way for sure. So if you can't buy anything, you don't want to get in the bidding wars, what can you do with your money? Where can you invest it? What we're suggesting to our clients at this particular point is you have your after repair value so high right now and money is so cheap that if you have an existing portfolio, we highly recommend giving us a call. We can do quite a few different projects for you to intensify your existing portfolio. One of the quick and dirty things that we're doing right now for clients is the garden suite. We can put a house in your backyard, add a third unit for you, and your cash flow goes through the roof. So we're really excited about these. We're going to touch a bit more on the different ways to intensify your portfolio coming up next here. So what we do is we run a program called From Purchase to Permits to Profits. Usually we acquire the homes for you and then do everything else for you. But right now we're going to target people with existing portfolios, and we're going to go over a couple scenarios on how we can help them out. So we provide end-to-end project management. This includes everything from finding the opportunities. We've got design teams. We acquire all the permit certifications. We deal with the city. We have 3 contracting crews that work exclusively for us. We apply for eco credits, tax rebates, and different things as well. We've got wholesale appliance distributors for your units, for your washers, your dryers, your stoves. So we save you money there. We've got a property management team that we work with as well, and a paralegal arm just in case his tenants get it out of hand. We've got a turnkey system for you to plug into if you want to get involved with us. So we can specialize in anything from second suite conversions, triplex conversions, multifamily. We're working on a triplex to sixplex right now. We've got a duplex to an eightplex. We're doing lot severances, infill developments, land assemblies for estate lot subdivisions, greenfield developments, high-rise buildings. We can do it all. And the newest, latest, greatest thing is the garden suites. It's a low-hanging fruit for investors. You can up your cash flow to well into the higher than you are now. And these numbers that we're going to show you shortly are going to blow your mind. We add value through eco credits. We can get grants from the County of Simcoe, City of Barrie. We work with zoning bylaw efficiency. So how you present your deal or your project to the town can save you $50,000, $100,000 if you present it one way opposed to another. Even tax rebates. We're aware of quite a few different tax rebates for new construction, new additions. We can walk you through all that. We add value in all these different capacities. Experience, we're all across Simcoe County. Again, we touched on this before. Barrie, Orillia, Newton-Tecumseh, Innisfil, Wasaga Beach. We are doing projects in all these areas. Garden suites are only allowed in Barrie right now, but Orillia is shortly behind it, and so is Innisfil, is what we're hearing. So we're excited to open up in those markets pretty quickly as well. So we've made a system. You can have a garden suite built in your backyard by just saying 5 words, "Yes, Colby, I want that," and we can have it done for you with our turnkey system. So most people think a garden suite's a tiny home, you know, a little 300 square foot thing with the loft on the top. That's the furthest thing from the truth right now. I want to show you some of the pictures of what we've been building. This is an 800 square foot detached garden suite with a full basement. There is 2 bedrooms up, 2 bedrooms down, full laundry facilities, 1,600 square feet of finished space. These are renting anywhere from $2,800 to $3,200 per month. And the cost to build is just over $200,000 for something like this. This is a bit of an elevation plan of what it looks like. We are building it as for if we are allowed to build additional suites in these, we are preparing for that in the future. The city of Barrie is reviewing their official plan and zoning bylaw right now, where they are pushing a lot more density. So we're hoping the next 18 months that we'll be able to even intensify these even further. That's why we have full basements in them too.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people in this space, they're doing slab on grade, electric heat. We're doing full basements, natural gas furnaces, and we're setting you up for future intensification, which could be very beneficial for you in the future as well.
Yeah, if I can just jump in there, I love the fact that you're not cutting corners here. Like, this is a decent sized project, so let's do it right, and let's do it right with a eye towards the future, right? So, like, I love the design, the layout, the long-term planning there, because if the rules do change, there's going to be so many people that cut corners that are going to really be kicking themselves that they didn't take on your strategy.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, we're roughing in laundry downstairs. We've already got fire-rated drywall, interconnected smoke detectors, the safe and sound insulation between the floors. Literally slap a kitchen in and you're done. So we're really excited to be prepped for these, and so are our clients as well. So this is a variation of the floor plan. This would be the upstairs here. They show very well, very roomy, and we can build them anywhere. The smallest one we'll do is about 500 square feet, and the largest one that we've done so far is 900. So it's pretty exciting to see what's going on. We've also implemented a new project management software. So this is really exciting for people that are doing joint ventures. This will help you out in a huge way, opposed to even if you're doing a project on your own as well, it's great. So this is a real-time software. We actually send an app to your phone, and everything is real-time updated right to your phone. So every invoice we receive you get notifications. All the updated pictures goes right onto your app, right onto your phone. Everything is done in real time. All your floor plans, all the inspections from the city of Barrie, everything is put on your app and you're notified in real time. But the cool thing for the people that are in the joint venture space, because I know that's a huge game for a lot of investors, is currently the app is branded to the property project management company, but we can actually brand it to you. So if you're managing the project, paying us to do it, we can brand the app to you and you can send it to your joint venture partner. They can get all these updates in real time as well, and you look like the rock star, and we're doing all the work for you as well. So that's a huge value add for the joint venture people. And also if you're just hiring us to do it, very accessible, very organized. Even the scheduling's on there. You can see when people are going in. So it's a great, unique program, huge value add for sure.
That's awesome.
So I want to get into the numbers a little bit. This is what a detached suite would look like from a numbers perspective. So the rents that we're seeing in Barrie for a 3-bedroom detached suite is roughly $1,800 plus gas and hydro. A 3-bedroom upper unit in the existing duplex, so in the main house, you'll be $1,750 plus hydro, and the lower 2 bedrooms are going for about $1,600 plus hydro. You're bringing in $5,150 in income, which is a great number for sure.
Mm-hmm.
With your after repair mortgage payment would be about $3,287. This is based on an $860,000 revaluation price, which is dated now. There's actually one that just sold yesterday for $915,000 for a triplex with a detached suite. So this is already getting dated because prices are going up so fast, which is crazy. But you're looking at almost an $800 to $1,000 cash flow per month for these garden suites.
Yeah.
So the next couple slides, excuse me, we're going to go on a couple assumptions that you currently own a duplex in Barrie. You probably bought it turnkey for around 575, or you bought a house, renovated it into a legal duplex, and it after repair value was around 575. One of those options. Before the pandemic, that's kind of the highest value, was high 500s. So we're going to go base a scenario off if you have an existing duplex, what would the numbers look like for you? So you're going to have a mortgage around 460,000 because that's the 80% loan to value. So we'll pull some numbers of, if you give us a call, what it would look like number wise for you to drop a detached suite in your backyard. So rough cost of a detached suite, we've got our soft costs, which includes floor plans, heat loss, truss design, parkland dedication fee, which is the city of Barrie's basically pay to play to have detached suite in the backyard, and your permit cost. Total soft costs around 11,000. High level hard costs, you're about 155,000 to build your detached suite. Project management for our suites about 25 grand. So with tax credits, rebates, everything, you're about $200,000 out the door for your garden suite in the city of Barrie. So with the existing mortgage of 460,000, the cost of the garden suite without the rebate was about 215,000. So your total cash in is 675,000 with your existing mortgage. At an $860,000 valuation, which is now blown out of the water, we're into the 900s now. Your new mortgage would be 688,000. So at that evaluation, you would pull all your money out from your garden suite to 215,000, plus an extra $12,000 in profit, plus the government is going to give you $18,000 rebates after the fact. You're $30,000 in addition to getting all your money back. It's a no-brainer, and the numbers are phenomenal from a cash flow perspective. So that's why we're so excited. We want people to jump on board, give us a call. We want to get these built for you. And there's a couple more numbers here, like forced appreciation, $70,000. Now it's almost $120,000 with the last comp that sold yesterday. Cash flow of over 60 months at the $884 a month was $50,000. Mortgage pay down almost 100 grand. 5% appreciation per year, which is the average real estate that goes up. Another almost $250,000. You're at $500,000 upside. You have no money left in the deal. It's just unbelievable how much money you can make with these garden suites. But wait, there's more people that are thinking, well, yeah, I want to do a garden suite, but we can't finance it. We have in-house financing as well. If you want to borrow money from our lender, it's 8% plus 2 points. So you're looking on average, say $14,000-$15,000, and you have no money down financing. You're going to lose $63 a month in cash flow, just having no money down into this deal. So it's a no-brainer in my mind. We're really excited about it, and be happy to hear what Matt has to say about that.
Yeah, I think this is a really unique opportunity, and I love the fact that you're exploring it from such a creative angle, right? The real estate market's been hot all across Canada, Ontario specifically, and certainly Barrie's been on fire. So the fact that you guys aren't just trying to shove expensive properties down your client's throat is amazing to me. And really the creativity here and, all the different puzzle pieces lining up is big as well, right? It's one thing to understand that you can do a garden suite. It's another to actually be able to have someone walk you through the process and like make sure you cross the T's, dot the I's and things of that nature. And then the other thing that I love about this, again, is when we're looking at it, it's still cash flowing. So there's a lot of opportunities where investors can put money into a deal and refinance it out. But once they're done the refinance, they end up losing significant cash flow every single month. Where with what Colby's laying out for us, you make money. You cash flow essentially day one as soon as you get it rented out. As well, we didn't really touch upon it, but these new suites wouldn't fall under the existing rental restrictions, right? As far as like rent raises and things of that nature as well. So huge upside there. And then in addition, we've got the added bonus of that basement unit. I love the fact that like that basement unit's just sitting there waiting for a new bylaw or a new rule to be passed. And the moment you can slap up a wall, rejig the layout a little bit, and like all of a sudden we're able to juice our returns even more than what you've really been walking us through here. So I think this is a really unique opportunity that doesn't necessarily come around all the time, but the fact that you've decided to really just like position yourself as the expert, rolled up your sleeves and just started like doing them so that you could figure out exactly how to streamline the process for clients. Like this is the sort of like innovative thinking I love. And definitely, I look forward to finding other investors that will roll this out to other markets. So just a reminder, guys, this is going to be a monthly reoccurring video. So if you've got questions about the Barrie market, if you've got suggestions on topics or items you'd like us to cover in future videos on the Barrie market, jump in that comment section, let us know. As well, I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. Do you currently own properties in Barrie? Have you thought about doing a garden suite? What do you think about the proposal Colby's made? I'd love to hear everyone's thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. And again, reminder, everything we talk to, video description, and just appreciate you sharing this, Colby. Obviously, one, you put in a lot of work just to know this stuff, but two, put a lot of work into the presentation. So I appreciate that.
Perfect. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks again to Colby for taking the time to really just break down all that information. I absolutely love the deep number dive he did on the garden suite. So let me know, are you guys interested in doing a garden suite now? Let us know in the comment section down below. Otherwise, if you want to get in contact with Colby, all his contact information is in the video description down below. Make sure you reach out. He's got a really innovative approach to doing these garden suites where he's actually prepping the basement to become a separate basement suite. I absolutely love it. And again, if you guys enjoyed this video, smash the like button, hit subscribe, and we'll see you next month when we're talking about Barrie and OREIA with Colby.